So this is the first connected arcade that we have. We have 4 pillars that we want to advertise. The first one is the preloaded games on there. So we have 350 loaded games on there. These are the retro title games, arcade, console games. And right here we're showing the featured games of the retro games. So you can try one of the games. Choose one that you would like to try. Like Missile Command uses the trackball. Tempest uses the spinner that we have here.
Oh, nice.
But majority of them will use the arcade controls.
Okay, let's try. Try Asteroids.
Okay, so
I
you
like
want
to
to
give
hit
everyone everything imaginable
Yes.
on there.
Yeah. So you want to hit A again.
All the tools.
Yep. And then you want to start. I think you had to push. You want to add a coin, and then you start. There you go.
Oh
Are we
no.
doing the volume ups? We're having some meetings. I hope that's all right.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so how do you move? Does it move or is
Yeah,
it just...
to move is a little rocket.
Oh god, okay.
This is where our parents would dream of coming home from school for.
Play
Once
Asteroids.
we get
And there's something like these games aren't going away, you know, like
Of course. It's like a good song, you know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
Right. Because there's a big pickup in people wanting retro games now and
Definitely.
consoles and stuff like that.
Well, it's not just like in gaming. It's almost like it's not even just a trend. It's now a lifestyle. Like that retro nostalgia.
Yeah.
Like everybody rocking like the old school Converse. You know what I mean? Like the old school, Jordans. Like
It is,
old school isn't
yeah.
just like a trend now. It's become a lifestyle. Ready Player One, Retro Ralph, Retro
Stranger Things,
Ace of
right?
Stranger
Yeah.
Things, Ready Player One. Like all of these, like all the media facets. It's just like everywhere you go.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just
it's pretty fun. It feels like I'm like whitewater rafting.
that's
Like I
hilarious.
like how you skid around. Whoa.
That's hilarious. I love the thrill, the reference to whitewater.
Yeah, like my slide around. I love I love like lander games. So like
Oh, yeah.
that's kind of fun. That
This kind of
inertia.
actually has Lunar Lander on it.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, we can definitely set that up later. But
Put your name on it.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
the
you
high
made the high
score.
Oh. Okay. Let's
A.
Okay.
A.
Wait. Let's see. Let's try. Oh no.
Okay.
We don't really have too much privy access to the exact content of everything that's going to be within the Liquid Sky environment initially.
It's always the fun part about playing arcades is coming back and seeing people who beat your scores.
or seeing somebody that wasn't able to beat your score.
Right,
And
right.
when you come back a week later, it's still
Reigning
the top.
champ, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's my initials, everyone. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Get close up on that right there. Ladies and gentlemen,
Seen us?
technically history.
There you go.
Technically.
Technically.
Amazing. You'll be a part of this couch forever now.
So you
Or
can,
the next 20 minutes until
Yeah.
someone beats it.
so you can exit out of the game just by hitting menu.
Oh, cool. What does insert coin mean?
So we're planning. Well, so insert coin sometimes. The game needs a coin.
Oh,
to
okay,
play,
okay, cool,
right? So
awesome.
like you just insert coins.
So like bars can have it as an option, like to have this going on or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Like
they
in
can
the future,
actually
we
use
could
it.
consider something like
Oh,
that.
awesome. That's cool.
If we have this like in a home, you don't have to use a coin thing? Can you play for free or is there okay?
definitely. I mean, we just play for free, right? So
Okay,
this is
yeah,
still for
yeah.
home.
Okay.
I'm saying like for the coin thing, some games says these are ROMs, right?
Yeah.
So they require the coin from back then.
Yeah.
So we insert that function, so like you can insert
just
the
a
coin,
credit.
so,
Yeah.
like, it's a credit, so that you can start playing.
Okay, all right,
You
cool.
can teach your children about economics and about how they can need to spend their money wisely.
There you go. Hey,
And
make
they're not
make them stack quarters like we used to do, right?
Exactly. But then when they graduate high school, it's actually their college fund. It's all the quarters that they spent growing
Yeah.
up playing.
That's hilarious.
There you go.
Okay, so the first pillar I was talking about was
Yeah.
the retro games. We have a feature section, just kind of puts the 12 games we want to show, but here is the arcade section where we just have a much larger variety of games. Just to kind of show
Wow.
you quickly like, what games we support, what games we have on here.
So it's gonna be really hard to get bored with 350.
Oh,
Right,
Yeah.
right. There's a whole lot going on here.
Console games are more like Atari, old school Atari consoles.
Awesome.
You guys have any like Sega stuff on here?
We plan to. I think we'll have to work with. I don't have the exact game list
Yeah.
at the moment, so like that's always in the plan to add additional content. So
Yeah.
I think probably in the future, like we'll consider adding that.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, because I know you guys got a lot of Sega retro stuff too,
definitely.
as far as consoles go.
So the second pillar I want to talk about is ArcadeNet. ArcadeNet is a living, breathing kind of environment for users to continue to gather content onto the console, the arcade cabinet. So right now we want to show off the SNK titles that we've worked with. We're working with SNK, but these are actually all hosted on AtGames servers at the moment.
Cool.
Meaning they are streamed to
Neat.
the arcade itself.
Neat.
They're not loaded directly on here, so we can always continue to add content to ArcadeNet.
So do you have to have an internet connection to use them?
Yes.
Okay.
For these games, you'll need an internet connection. The preloaded games, you do not need an internet connection.
Okay.
So these here.
I'll just say our new coffee maker we just got needs an internet connection. So it's like,
Yeah, that's true.
Everything needs a good internet connection.
So yes, you do need internet connection for these games. But so right now you're seeing like, oh, these are really old games. Why would you need internet connection?
Yeah.
But ArcadeNet, we're going to have more modern games, more high-powered games that won't run directly on the arcade itself, but we'll have the high-powered server in the cloud to run the game for you.
Oh,
and you're just
nice.
watching. The arcade itself is basically just watching a video
Okay.
of the content, and you're just inputting your controls and we're sending it back to the.
Is there a certain amount of like megabytes per second that you need to
Yes,
play
so-
it successful, or?
Yeah, we recommend around up to 25
Okay.
megabits per second, but the low end, like minimal requirements, is 10 megabits per second.
Okay.
So you got some Metal Slug on
Yeah,
there.
Metal Slug is one of
Oh, no way! Oh my goodness. I cannot tell you. I spent probably hundreds of hours playing this
Metal
game.
Slug's great.
Buy more, we're saying you already.
So you can try it. We'll just skip through all these menus.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Oh,
Ooh, I'm sorry about that. I thought I was excited about playing Borderlands today, but actually I get to play Metal Slug. I haven't played this in so long. This is nostalgia.
We could do this one, and again, I don't know if our work may be done.
So for this, C is to insert the coin.
Cool.
E
That's
is
awesome.
to get back to that weird menu.
Oh, neat.
But A is to shoot, X is jump, Y is the grenade.
Grenade, okay.
Coins.
Did you ever play Metal Slug, Josh?
I did, yeah.
You guys can both play. I'll.
Come on,
Oh,
Josh.
can we?
Yeah.
Please.
There you go.
I would say,
You gotta select your character up top here, and then A, and then A, X, and there you go.
Oh boy. Oh wait, you're gonna use all grenades.
Sorry, no, I was just trying to figure out.
Oh
the
yeah,
buttons
for sure.
here.
Freedom. Oh, these guys are awesome.
These are your power-ups.
I love those guys. Oh yeah.
Wait, how do you do the power-ups? What's
You just walk
you
on
just
them.
walk on them, and
Oh.
then you get these power-ups, and now you have like machine guns.
Oh, nice. Do we shoot the monkey?
Oh,
That guy must be on our team.
yeah, he's like a hobo, but sometimes he's super powered.
Run!
No way. Oh,
Grab
okay.
him, Bob. Oh, you can shoot. Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
You can save this guy?
Yeah, he'll help us out. Let's see. Oh, he's giving us little coins. Let's see. Oh, some bananas. Here, thank you for saving your life. Here's some bananas.
Shoot.
Oh, look out for the bombs.
Oh, no.
They got you. They got you. Gary, oh, we got you.
Shoot. Oh, it's dead. We're good.
Okay,
We're good.
what is that? Oh, some more bombs? Oh.
Oh, I gotta jump
he
over
stabbed
that.
me.
Shoot,
Right
I'm
for
throwing
my
grenades at myself.
jugular. Okay, there we go.
Oh, shoot, he's giving me more stuff.
Oh my goodness.
So just kind of
Oh.
Okay, how about this fellow? Wise man.
How the bullets automatically hit the ropes.
Oh. Oh, look at you.
This is dangerous, man. I'm gonna play that I can get lost in this game.
Okay, anti-aircraft, or anti-support. Oh, we gotta go ahead and got this right one.
Got it.
anywhere you are, I think the experience for
Nice.
Yes.
Alright.
That is
Thank you.
That is some good stuff right there.
So to exit out of this, it's really easy. Just double tap the menu button.
Oh, nice.
Take you out of it.
I like that it's not just one hit it though, because sometimes people accidentally hit stuff.
Yeah, or jam
That
on
feels-
it. Like,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of this. Oh, so like I said, ArcadeNet's living and breathing. We want to eventually have games that players can actually buy on here. So
Cool.
it's kind of like an app store, essentially.
Neat.
A store that people can buy games. Maybe we might have a subscription model type thing, so that
Cool.
we'll have a curated list of games that players can.
How often is it going to be updated?
The content.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe like a monthly type basis.
Okay,
We're still
alright,
working
cool.
through those business terms. That
Yeah.
we know.
That's awesome.
So that's the second pillar.
Okay.
Okay.
It's arcade.
Okay.
First one, loaded games. Second one, arcade.
Okay.
Third one that's really cool that we like is BYOG. Bring your own game.
Okay, cool.
And this is what you were kind of alluding to before. And this is where
Wow.
you can have your
Nice.
Steam game.
Look at that. Origin, Blizzard.
Exactly.
Can you does this have any connectivity for like controllers if someone doesn't want to use the joysticks
Yes,
or?
it does.
Okay.
So we're going to have Bluetooth capabilities here.
Okay.
Connected to Xbox One controller.
Nice.
PS4. Because some of these games that you have on your Steam library, it's not going to map well with a joystick,
course.
arcade joystick.
Yeah.
Well, some are like specifically.
Yes, like fighting games. we
Exactly.
play. So the one game that we want to load here is Ultra Street Fighter
Cool. Now is can you plug the controller just right in here via USB?
4. Yes, you can as well.
Neat. I like that. Just straightforward, right there, easy interface. And then HDMI, you can go out to a projector, like a big old TV.
So the HDMI I'll explain in a bit.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't go out to the projector,
Okay.
but I'll explain why we have it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so that dongle right there is like what you guys have for your like Atari kits, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This one's called a Blast, and this one
Yeah.
I'll explain as well.
Ooh, cool.
It's kind of all part of the ecosystem of the 4 pillars.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to try, you can.
This year, there's a bad perception. So just something that we
Roll this menu.
Yeah, but they don't include knowledge of certain characters.
Nice.
So one important thing, this is streaming.
Oh,
We
okay.
are streaming this game
Interesting.
to the arcade
This is the first for me.
because games like these high-end PC games,
Yeah.
they're not able to run directly on the hardware itself.
So
Now we
okay,
can-
so there's a
We were talking about this in the
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we can constantly update the game library. You can bring your own Steam games. This is all through streaming. It's through our cloud servers.
okay.
Wow. This is so cool.
next year, we should try.
Come on. Oh, it's just grabbing me. Just a bunch of volts.
Are you Ryu?
No.
He's awesome.
Oh. So if there are games that you can play online on Steam, will this let you? Can you do it through this too? Okay.
So like the way that works is the server has the game on there.
Okay.
So the server's connecting to Steam and all the back-end online multiplayer.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can still play online.
Oh, perfect.
So we have a streaming service. Like you can load Fortnite on there and just start playing with a bunch of Fortnite.
How fun.
Nice.
How fun. That's
So this
wonderful.
is Street Fighter on here. I'll just show you the Steam menu just to show you like, hey, if you had your Steam library and you had enough people connected, like this is what you would do to just type in your password.
Wonderful. That's so cool.
Yeah, so like if you had your Steam,
Oh, you got Uplay on there too.
just launch Steam.
Steam users,
Oh, nice.
look at that. It doesn't get easier than that. There's your name. There's your
So you
login.
launch
Exactly.
Steam.
Oh, cool.
Bada bing, bada boom. That is so awesome. I like how it just takes you right to the prompt,
And
right
it
to
just
log in.
brings you up because you have to go into the store too, right? To when
Yeah,
you
your
log
friend,
in.
your friend
Yeah.
comes on, boom, you can come in, load his games on there.
So what about something like if you're using like a Discord chat, can you run that through here, or do you have to do that on a separate?
You could run it through here. You would have to connect like a microphone. We would have to kind of tailor that experience a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit for Discord.
Okay.
Right now, if you wanted to run Discord, it'd be kind of awkward. It wouldn't work really well. So that's something it's in the pipeline to like figure out what's a good way to support Discord.
Oh, that's
Okay.
Because I know like gamers have to use Discord to like communicate
To
with
talk
their
with
teams.
each other, yeah.
So right now, Discord is in the pipeline, kind of considering like what's the best way to support it.
Yeah.
But kind of just off the top of my head, you would need to connect the microphone. we'll probably have some kind of menu to like log into Discord, etc.
Okay.
Here's a fun question for you. Is it possible, could you see someone mapping out to be able to play Fortnite using these controls?
So I've gotten this question a lot, actually internally as well. We're
Yeah.
like, hey, how do we do Fortnite, right?
I'm just wondering, I want to like see people do a challenge where like, you know, get a win,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
with these controls.
Actually, this does control the mouse.
Okay. Yeah. So this could be
and you
forward,
could-
backwards.
Yes, you
yesterday.
could.
Yeah.
It would be very awkward to
Yeah.
do.
That's what I want to see
Would-
someone do it.
Would you have? Because you need 2 joysticks, right, for something like
this one you
Fortnite?
can control where you're aiming, and then this
Yeah.
one controls where you're
Oh,
walking.
got
and
it.
then you can have your
Okay.
shoots and all your stuff.
Ah, the reaction
It would be
time.
so incredibly hard.
Wall, ramp, and then
Yeah.
roof, and then
I propose an official challenge out
So-
there to someone to win Fortnite like that.
so it'd be really awkward, but it could technically work.
Okay.
We have discussions. Maybe like we'll configure some specific like specialized joysticks
Yeah.
that have the trigger buttons on there.
Oh, yeah.
And then little joysticks on top of the joystick.
Wow,
So
wow.
I mean that's something
That's
kind of
fun.
like
That's fun.
talk internally
Yeah, for sure,
think
for
about.
sure.
You know,
I like that. I like that you guys are just thinking about that.
yeah, it's
though.
like how do we
The
support
community in
all these
mind.
games, right?
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's awesome.
That's something like, okay, so that was number 3, pillar number 3, bring your own game, right? So the 4th one, and you guys kind of talked about is we have these blast dongles, right? These blast dongles already
Can you
have
take a look at this?
these blast dongles. It's just a HDMI dongle that
Oh, an
usually,
HDMI dongle.
Yeah, the HDMI dongle that you usually plug into your TV. These are actually already selling at the moment.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
think I've
so-
seen. I know.
Yeah, I got her.
So these have about 10, 12 games on there, like Pac-Man,
Okay.
Galaga, etc. And then if you have one of these dongles, you can plug it in here, then use the USB next to it to power it,
Okay.
and then the controls will be mapped to this blast, and
How cool.
it'll show on the screen. Now
How
you can
awesome.
play your blast games on the arcade using the arcade
How
controls.
awesome.
So those are the 4 pillars. What we call it Arcade Playlink APL.
Neat.
So first one will be the preloaded games on here, 350. Second one is ArcadeNet. Third one is BYOG.
Wow.
And the 4th one is APL, Arcade Playlink.
Wow.
Nice.
That's just like.
So what is? I read somewhere the price point be like $600.
Yes, price point, MSRP is $599.
Okay.
Includes this whole package here.
And then do you have a release date or no?
So the release date will be end of September, I believe.
Okay.
I don't have the exact date, but it's in that time frame.
Okay. And then where would people be able to get a hold of one of these if they?
We're still working with the buyers right
Okay.
now. And once that news is available, we'll release like press release.
Perfect.
Neat.
All right.
Well, this is going to be, if you're opening up like a new arcade, or if you're opening up even like, I'd love to see these in like bars or like
Yeah.
cool things like that.
Yeah.
I think that this would be awesome, like really cool to see people have, playing these new games on here, but still getting the experience where your friends can stand around and watch you and cheer, behind you. You can play, shoulder to shoulder on there. This thing is awesome.